Good morning, everyone. Namaste. A very warm welcome to you, our live Shunya Talks. So, this platform is dedicated to deepening our understanding through structured learning, awareness, and inner exploration. So, for today's session, we are studying Ekotara Āgamas in English as it is. So, I wanted to thank Dr. Lim Siojin and Dr. Rajesh sir. He is our guide who are doing this translation work. So, as is our study begins, before that we'll enter into our Shunya meditation. So after that we'll begin study. So let us now begin with the Ekotara Āgamas as it is study. So, Ekotara Āgama, translated into Chinese by Gautama Sangadeva, Tripitaka Acharya of Kapisha Kashmir Eastern Jin Dynasty. Translated from Chinese to English by Sip Sutra Translation Department under the guidance of Dhanajara Nagajiva. Ekotara Āgama, Volume 29, Chapter 37, Shat Abhishandi, the 6 important principles. Ekotara Āgama 37.01, 1. First lesson. Thus have I heard. At one time, the Buddha was staying in Shravasti at Jetavana in Anantapindita's ashrama. At the time, the Bhagavan addressed the bhikkhu, you should contemplate the 6 important dharmas, respecting them, honoring them, and holding them in your hridaya, without letting them are lost. What is this 6 here? Because maintain the Maitri, loving kindness in Kaya, like a mirror reflecting its form. This is worthy of respect and precious. Do not let it be lost. Furthermore, act with Maitri in Vacha and act with Maitri in Manasa. This is worthy of respect and precious. Do not let it be lost. Furthermore, when obtaining riches, gains of life accordance with the Dhamma, share them with those living brahmacharya, noble life, without any thoughts of stinginess. This Dhamma is worthy of respect and precious. Do not let it be lost. Further, possesses Shila, mortality, that is neither decaying nor failing, which is perfectly complete and without flaws, valued by the wise, and wish to share the Shila with others so they may experience the same taste. This Dharma is worthy of respect and precious. Do not let it be lost. Furthermore, maintain Samyak Drushti, right view of Aryas, noble ones. That idea to liberation with such a view, wish to share this dharma with those living brahmacharya. This is also worthy of respect and precious. Do not let it be lost. These bhikkhus are 6 important dharmas, which are worthy of respect and precious. Do not let them be lost. Therefore, bhikkhus, you should always practice through the actions of kaya, vacha, and manasa. So if you obtain offering and necessities, you should think of sharing them and not give rise to thoughts of greed. Thus, because you should train yourselves When the bhikkhus heard Buddha's words, they followed with joy. Ekotara Āgamas 37.02. Thus, I have heard at one time the Buddha was Anantavaparada, Lake Anantavapa, with great assembly of 500 bhikkhus. These were Arhat, one who have attained liberation, possessing the three Vidya, three higher knowledges, and Shad Abhinja, six supernormal powers with mastery over Riddhi Bhala, supernormal powers. Their hearts free from fear, all except for one bhikkhu who was Ananda. At that time, the Bhagwan sat upon a golden lotus with a stem made of 7 ratna, and each of the 500 bhikkhus sat upon treasure lotus. Then the Anantavapa Nagaraja came to where the Bhagwan was, prostrated at the Buddha's feet, and stood to one side. Then, having observed the noble assembly, the Nagaraja said to the Bhagwan, I see that this assembly is incomplete, as the venerable Shariputra is not present. I pray that Bhagavan send a bhikshu to call Shariputra to come. At that time, Shariputra was in Jetavana Ashrama, mending old robes. Then the Bhagavan said, Maudungalayana, go to where Shariputra is and tell him the Anantavapa Nagaraja wishes to see you. Maudungalayana replied, so be it, Bhagavan. Then the Venerable Modaгаlayana, in that time, it takes a man to flex and extend his arms, went to the Jetavana Ashrama to Shariputra and said to him, the Tathagata has a command. The Anantavapa Nagaraja wishes to see you. Shariputra replied, you go ahead and I shall follow after. Modaгаlayana replied, the entire noble assembly and the Anantavapa Nagaraja are waiting to see you, Venerable Pace. I pray you go and at once and do not delay. Shariputra replied, you arrive there first, I shall follow later. The Modaгаlayana spoke again, how is it, Shariputra? Can you surpass me in Riddhivala? Yet now you send me ahead as a messenger. If you do not arise immediately, I shall grab you your arm and take you to the lake. At that time, Shariputra thought Maudagalayana is using an upaya to test and play with me. Then the vulnerable Shariputra personally united his belt and said to Maudagalayana, if you are indeed the first in Riddhivala, lift this belt from the ground and only then take my arm go to Anantavaparada. Then Modaгаlayana thought, is Shariputra now mocking me and wanting to test me? He unites his belt on the ground and says, if you can lift it, then take my arm and to the lake. Modaгаlayana further thought, there must be a reason for this. It should not be difficult. Immediately he extended his hand to take the belt and lift it. Yet he could not make it the belt move even such much as a hair's breadth. The Modaгаlayana used all his strength and power to move the belt, but he could not make it budge. Shariputra then took the belt and tied into it to the branch of Jambu Riksha. The vulnerable Modagalana, exhausted his Riddhivala, trying to lift the belt, was ultimately unable to move it. While he was trying to lift the belt, this earth of Jambu Dvipa shook violently. At that time, Shariputra thought, the Bhikshu Modagalana can even make this earth Jambu Dvipa shake. Then let alone this belt. I shall now take this belt and tie it to the two continents. Then Modugalayana could still lift it when tied to 4 continents. He could still lift it as if lifting light cloth. Shariputra then thought the Bhikshu Modugalayana is capable of lifting the 4 continents without much effort. I shall now take this belt and tie it to the middle of Sumeru Parvata. Then Modugalayana was still able to move Sumeru Parvata and the places of the Chatura Maharaja, Kaikas and the palaces of Trayas, Strimamsh, Heaven also. Then Shariputra tied the belt to a 1,000-fold world system and Murdugalana could still move it. When Shariputra tied it to a 2,000-fold or 3,000-fold world system, he could still move them. At that time, heaven and earth shook greatly, but only the Tathagata sitting Ananta Panditaruda did not move, just as a strong man handles a leap without any difficulty. Then the Anantavapa Nagaraja said to Bhagwan, why is heaven and earth shaking in this way? Then the Bhagwan fully explained the cause to the Nagaraja. The Nagaraja said to the Buddha, of these two, whose Riddhivala is the most superior? The Bhagwan told him, the Bhikkhu Shariputra power is the greatest. The Nagaraja said to the Buddha, the Bhagwan preciously declared the Bhikkhu's Mohdakalayana is the first in Riddhibala and non-surpassing. None surpassing. The Bhagwan said, Nagaraja, you should know that there are 4 Riddhipada, base of supernormal power. What are the 4? The Riddhibala, supernormal power of Chanda Samadhi, concentration of desire of Riddhipala. The Riddhipala of Virya Samadhi, concentration of effort. The Riddhipala, supernormal power of Sita Samadhi, concentration of mind. And the Riddhipala, the Riddhipala of Mimamsa Samadhi, concentration of investigation. These Nagaraja are the powers of the power, Riddhipada. If a bhikshu or bhikshuni possesses these 4 supernormal powers, dwells in their practice and does not neglect them, they will be foremost of Riddhipala. So Anantavapan Raja said to the Buddha, does the bhikshu Rudugalayana not possesses this 4 Riddhipada? The Bhagavan told him, the bhikshu Modugalayana as also possesses the power of this 4 Riddhipada. He dwells in their practice and never neglects them. If Rudugalayana wished to live for a kalpa, he would be able to do so. However, Mrudugalayana does not even know the name of the samadhi, meditative concentration, that Shariputra enters. That's it for today. So Buddha is trying to teach us here. So what is the main 4 pillars of the our bhalas and our all the things, and he's trying to explaining here what is the main motto of concentration, what is the main motto of how we need to be a concentrated mind and how we need to be in the present mode. So he's trying to tell that in the Ekotara Agamas, and also he told our 6 superpowers of the uh, our body and others. Hi, good morning, Sharanya ma'am.
Good morning.
Yeah. I thought you heard what we have read. So if you can summarize, you can summarize, please.
Yes, same like in the sutra said that I have heard. So I have heard something while you are reading. So in this chapter, it's clearly mentioned. I think already we learn about 6 paramitas, right? Dr. Lim always teach about Panchashila and 6 paramitas. I think in the beginning, the 6 important dharmas means that 6 paramita, because it's already said that we have to practice loving. loving kindness through our action. So our action should be compassionate to other people, and also through speech. Our words is very important, because the words have the power to break someone's heart, and also how to bring someone from the breakdowns, right? So the speech have its own power. So we have to be kindness through the speech, and the kindness in the mind, and also what we have to give the right things, or we have to receive the right things, and we have to share the right things to others. Also, the pure conduct, and we have to encourage others. And the last one is share the samyak view. That means samyak drishti means the right view. So these six dharmas we have to give to the people, or give to the society, because then only we have the proper harmony and the mutual respect, even in the corporate world also, to in our daily life also. When we have to act like this, or when we practice these dharmas, the society or the people become very harmonious, and their respect will increase, and the spiritual growth will also happen. I think that is for six dharmas mentioned in the first chapter. And in the second chapter, it is very interesting, that because there is some competition between the disciples of Buddha, who is the great one, right? So this is happening everywhere. I think in the society this is happening, because when the student, when in a classroom, the students try to know that who is the favorite student of the teacher. Same like in a corporate, they are trying to know who is the favorable person of management. So everywhere we can see who is the best, and who is near to the top one, right? So always the people have that curiosity to know that. Here the Nagaraja asking, and what the Buddha said, Shariputra is the master power. He had the spiritual powers, but not. Can you please tell me what is the exact name of Maha
Modagalayana.
Gayana?
Ash.
But he is not the best one. And what is the answer of Buddha is, the Shariputra is he has the mastery of the he super not, it is not on the spiritual magical power. He has the higher spiritual attainment. That means he is completely in the state of samadhi, or right, we can say that another samyak sambodhi. So that is the most important. All the stillness is there for Shariputra, but not in the case of Margalyana. So this is the competition going on. So Shariputra have no competition between any of the disciples. Because he already realized the truth, and he become attain his stage like another samyak sambodhi or samadhi, like he already there, and he have the knowledge and awareness, and that he no need to compete with any other person. But other disciples have the way to they are not reached that level of Shariputra. They are trying to reach, and during that process, maybe they have some jealous. Same like we can already see that, yeah, I was surrounded by some people, like when we get something, that people got jealous, because they thought that we are already here, then why didn't go to us? So people are always going to that comparison is there. So everything we are doing, our life is based on some judgmental. We already have a judgment on everything. This people is like that, that people is like that. So we already act with that judgment. So just we have to accept everything, and we have to know that without judgment, we have to accept the people and just observe and what they are doing. So when we have that power, no, this is not a power. Actually, this is a realization, or this is a awareness. The awareness, that is the higher state of our spiritual journey. So when we have to know this humanity or wisdom or the inner realization, that is the most powerful thing, not the magical moments or magical things we are doing. This is the pure awareness, or the compassion, or the pure love between that beings is the best realization, or the best thing in our life. So here it is clearly mentioned that Shariputra is the best disciple among Buddha. So I think in our life also we have to no need to compete with others. We always need to improve ourselves first. Then we can automatically we will come to that state. No need to compete. When we compete with the other person, we already have some aggressive nature. It automatically come. So there is no need, no meditation. We have to just do our duty, and the result will automatically come. I think this is from understanding. I realized these things from this chapter.
Yeah, it's thank you, Sharanya ma'am. So with this, come to the end of today's Shunya Talk session. So we sincerely hope that today's session has been insightful and meaningful to each and everyone. So we also thank each one of you joining with us and making the session truly special with presence and attendance. So we look forward to meeting you again in our next Shunya Talk session with more knowledge and deeper exploration. Until then, thank you and namaste. Bye bye.
Thank you.